Let's move on to Bitcoin, shall we? That's a virtual
Bitcoin has now almost overtaken
all-time high this week of $900. Now, at its peak, if you had invested $1,000 a year in a passive...
Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome on a Monday. How's everybody doing? I'm doing good. Survived the weekend, everybody. It was all right. It was okay. Crypto still holding on. Some up more than others, some down more than others. So kind of choppy, yes. Going sideways, but hope on the horizon, almost to October. And we are going to look at both Dogecoin and Bitcoin, what level it needs to trade up to show that this downward channel is over, because it is kind of still at a big scale, somewhat downward, lower highs, lower lows. We need to break that trend. So we're going to look at that on the charts. We're also going to look at some other alts because there's some other things to talk about, as well as looking forward. Into Q4. We're going to have a preview of Q4 before October 1st, where I do my October price prediction video. But as I had mentioned on my video earlier this morning, if September is green, October, November, December are usually green also. Also in the 4-year cycles, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm not feeling bearish. I'm feeling choppiness. Yes, we're still in the chop zone, but this is about to turn around. And I had predicted September was going to be green, not hugely green, but green. And of course, we'll look at that as well. So let me drop down here in the corner and let's get at it, right? Dogecoin 10.7. It's even higher than my video this morning where it was 10.6. But yeah, it's pretty much choppy on the 15-minute chart. Bitcoin at 63.3, also very choppy. And look at this volume. The volume on Bitcoin earlier this afternoon was just flat, almost nothing going on. So yeah, Bitcoin taking a little breather. ETH is up. ETH is up a bit. And so we do have that ETH Bitcoin trading pair slowly starting to turn around. And what else is down is Bitcoin dominance turning back down. And we'll take another look at that in a little bit, as the Bitcoin dominance from 58% now down to 57% may also be going lower from here. So yeah, a lot to look at, a lot to talk about overall in terms of our cryptocurrencies by market cap. Dogecoin still solidly here in 8th place at $15.6 billion. A long ways from XRP up here at 33, but XRP at 58 cents, still a stable coin. Still a stable coin. So when Doge goes on a run and XRP keeps going sideways, Dogecoin will pass it. That's what I think is going to happen. I'm not on the, all of these XRP videos are just ridiculous. BitBoy just goes on and on and on about XRP, and some of these guys on X Twitter calling from anywhere from $2 to $40 for an XRP token. It's like, come on. That's a bit ridiculous. But it'll be what it'll be. If we look over the past 7 days, we have BitTensor number 1, SUI number 2, 48% over the past week. And of course, you guys have heard me talking about SUI for more than a week. But if you had bought it a week ago, you'd already be up 48% on your SUI purchase. So again, SUI is more of a long-term play, but it is doing very well in September. And Immutable X as well, up 46%. Aptos up 37%. Say up 35%. Celestia up 33%. So all of these are tokens I own, except Aptos I don't own anymore. I should uncheck that one and recheck Say. Yeah, I don't need to see that. So some good movers here in alts. So we will look at those. And of course, the losers on the alts are Kaspa. Kaspa just kind of dumping a little bit. So it's, while most things have been in the green in the past 7 days, Kaspa is down in the red, and these are all stable coins. And then there's XRP right there. A stable coin itself, as I say, right next to USD and Tether, USDC, there's XRP right there. The stable coin, as Kriss says. So we start with that. Crypto bubbles again for the day, mostly in the green. We have Celestia is making a nice run this afternoon, which is good to see it coming back a bit. And Doge is just hanging out, just a little up over the past 24 hours for Dogecoin. What does Lark Davis say? Lark says, look, Bitcoin dominance is decreasing. So again, Bitcoin dominance a couple days ago was up here at 58.6. And over the past couple days has dropped down to 57.6. So has Bitcoin dominance topped out at 58%? That's what I predicted. And that we are now going to see that transition from Bitcoin to ETH and layer 1. Yes, layer 1 blockchains. ETH and layer 1s now are going to take over. And Bitcoin dominance is slowly going to start down. And then when the full alt season starts, that's when Bitcoin dominance drops. And what does that look like? We go to the Bitcoin dominance chart and we go out to the weekly to look back in time. Because right now on the weekly, this looks like Bitcoin dominance is straight up. Straight up. And here is where we're turning around right now. This is the turnaround. 58.6% is the high, and it is starting to turn around. Now, we've had little fake outs before on weekly charts where Bitcoin dominance has dropped, and then Bitcoin just came back right up above it. But now we're getting into October, and we're going to see the liquidity, worldwide liquidity rising, and we're going to see a lot of investors saying Bitcoin has already done a good run. Alts are going to outperform. I'm going to put money in alts. And some, even on different alts, are saying a similar thing between like Solana and other things like SUI, Say, because Solana had its huge run last year. Many feel they missed the boat on Solana, and they think they're going to get a better return if they go into something like SUI. So there's a lot of that talk going around as well. But I zoom out even further on Bitcoin dominance. This is what it looks like. This is essentially what it looks like from back the last Bitcoin halving in 2020. 2020 was a weird year because of the sort of double top. But after Bitcoin dominance topped out at 73.5%, it came down to 60%, went sideways for about a month and a half. And that was the transition Bitcoin to ETH. And then we had ETH transitioning to all the other alts early 2021, helped a lot by our friend Dogecoin. And that's when Bitcoin dominance just plummeted. So that same scenario is about to play out here, but just not as drastic as what we saw back in 2021. That's what I think. That's what I think. So we start with that. Titan of Crypto says, altcoins rebirth. Alts are about to moon as Bitcoin dominance looks set to drop sharply from the rising wedge. So this is Bitcoin dominance. This is the rising wedge. This is where it's turning around, I believe. And I don't think it's going to drop as drastically as what Titan of Crypto is saying. I don't think we're going to see that drop so fast. Again, I think it's going to be more of this lower drop. This is going to go chop sideways a little longer. And then when Dogecoin decides to go on a run, that's where the true alt season probably will be hit. That's what happened last cycle. All on the backs of Doge. So that's what we're waiting for. But yeah, I think it's going to kind of gradually go down from here. Titan of Crypto also said, looking at the alt, this is the alt 3. So this is all altcoins except for Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're looking at a clear breakout on a descending resistance line. And we see a bullish crossover and a MACD crossover here, which looks like alts are ready to soar. So this is all gearing up for a run over the next 3 months, and then maybe settles down January before a higher run come like February. That could be in play. Trader says alt season is just around the corner. Who is this? Oh, this is our good friend Ali Martinez. So Ali's saying, look, things are getting interesting. Bitcoin dominance is showing signs of a potential breakdown from a rising wedge, while the altcoin market cap is breaking out of a falling wedge. Alt season just around the corner. So these are top charters who are looking at this from both sides. Where's your money going to be? It's always good to have some Bitcoin in your portfolio, but from this point going forward, most likely we're going to see the crypto altcoins outperforming Bitcoin. Now, if you bought a year ago, your Bitcoin is doing better than most of your alts. But from this point, if you're ready to buy something, maybe the alts are a better place to put your money than Bitcoin. Bitcoin will probably still outperform most stocks, and it will definitely outperform the dollar, which is just continuing to inflate away, shrinking. That means shrinking in value. Can't buy as much for your dollar each and every day. So it's better to be in some crypto. Again, I like to be diversified. So having some Bitcoin, having a bunch of alts, and me, of course, having a big chunk of Doge for the eventual Dogecoin run. So that's what all of that is all leading up to. So on Doge, gearing up for a bullish breakout, one of two conditions has been achieved. The RSI broke the descending trend line on the daily chart. So there's the RSI down here in purple, broken that descending trend line. And so we are now looking at Doge surging past resistance. And I'm going to show you what I think that resistance level is that's going to confirm the true bull run 2024 to 2025 has started. But first, what does Master Kenobi say? Zooming out, look at the big picture. And I know there's still some bears out there. And I see you, Mert. I see you. Here's what Kenobi says. Back in 2017, this big yellow arrow right here. How optimistic were you at that point, right before the breakout? Here, 2020, how optimistic about Dogecoin were you at that point? Probably not very optimistic. And I know there are some of you out there. So, when you least expect it, that's when Doge will start to run. Guaranteed, when you least expect it. Things are quiet. Doge has been chopping kind of in a downward pattern for a year or more. When you least expect it. I remain optimistic because I look at charts like this and I say, well, here's what Dogecoin did in 2016 into 2017. Here's what Dogecoin did in 2020 into 2021. I'm just following the pattern. Is there a guarantee it's going to do this? No, there's no guarantee of that. But you're investing. Do you want to make money? There's always a risk, right? There's always a risk. But if you don't think Doge is going to do it, then, I mean, what are you doing here, right? I mean, what are you doing here, Mert? You go watch the XRP channel, right? Go put your money in XRP and go watch the XRP army fanboys all gloat over XRP and how well XRP is doing. And then let's see where we are like 6 months from now. Doge versus XRP. I'm just using that as an example. But that's what you got to do. You do got to take chances. It's investing. I want all crypto to go up, right? I want it all to go up. I want everybody to be rich. I don't choose sides, but when people are just, I mean, $40 XRP, it's like, come on. It's just ridiculous. They're getting clicks, they're getting views, they're getting follows, they're getting likes. Great, right? Are you optimistic about Dogecoin here? I am. That's why I'm here. But I do have a diversified portfolio as well. And right now, I have many other coins that have outperformed Doge over the past year or two. That's true. I mean, look at Jasmy, up 500%. And Jasmy looks like it's also turning around for the next run. It's all building. It's all building now. But when you least expect it, and you're feeling most bearish about Doge, that's when it's going to surprise you. That's when it's going to go on, start a crazy run, and you're not going to be ready. We look at these monthly returns for Bitcoin, and we say, well, Bitcoin was up 7.5% in September so far. The last time it was green in September, it followed up green in October, November, and December. And that was just last year. The time before that, when Bitcoin had a green September, it also followed up with a green October, November, and December. And again, the time before that, even 2015, green September was followed by October, November, and December. So that can happen. Again, no guarantee that the past will be repeated, but right now I'm following the cycle still, and I'm still going on these patterns. That's what I'm trading on. and we go up to the quarters, we look at Q4 here. Q4, that's October, November, December. This is a preview of what I'm going to be talking about on October 1st. The average gain for all years of Bitcoin going back to 2013. Bitcoin started a little earlier, but wasn't really traded on any exchanges before then, so there's no real good data on this. But you go back to 2013, and on the average, over these 3 months coming up, Q4 has had 88% returns in 3 months on average. 2020, it was 168. Just 4 years ago. And that was 2020, not even 2021 when it hit an all-time high. So that's what I'm looking at. But right now, where we're sitting, let's look at Bitcoin. Let's look at what's happening right now with the trading. Click on the hourly chart, and Bitcoin has been going very much sideways for 5 days. And especially this up and down action that we saw where Bitcoin did come up over 64,000, that was to take out a big short position. And then Bitcoin dumped back down to take out that $5 million leveraged long I showed you in the video this morning. And that was that dip we saw. So the price of Bitcoin is still going to be choppy up and down, taking out leveraged longs, taking out shorts where they can within this range until it's ready to fly. That's what I see happening, and that's what I think we're going to continue to see here for just a bit longer. So, at what price are we going to see a confirmation that we're back in a bull run? Let's go to the daily. We were actually up quite a bit since the beginning of September. And some could say, well, that is a good run there. Because Bitcoin did drop down to $52,000 with that dip back here on the 5th, 6th of September. And it's come up over $10,000 a Bitcoin. But when you zoom out a little more, it is still a lower high from where we were back in March. So each of these runs up that Bitcoin has had since then has been a lower high. So that lower high needs to be broken. And we need to see a higher high. And for Bitcoin, that is 65,000, about 300. Over 65,000. Bitcoin would have to come up to hit a higher high from where it was back in August. Then for Bitcoin, you will hear a lot of people saying bull run confirmed. They're waiting for Bitcoin's price to come up over the 65,000 peak that we had back in August. July, it was up to 69,000. That would be the second higher high that we would need to break. And we know there's a lot of liquidity up here, over 70,000, a lot of huge short positions that are going to get wiped out when Bitcoin gets to that level. That is coming. That's coming. So what does this look like for Doge? That's what you guys want to know. What's the Doge price that needs to be broken? Well, like Bitcoin, Dogecoin had a big run up in March, came up to 22 cents, and then it was lower highs again, lower highs. Now, in those drops, as we talked before, Dogecoin dropped down at a higher percentage than Bitcoin did. That's how Doge trades, right? It's more risky than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is still risky because it's a cryptocurrency, right? It's considered a risk-on asset, still risky as crypto, but not as risky as Doge trades. And we know this. When Doge goes on a run, it outperforms Bitcoin, but then when it trades down, it drops more than Bitcoin drops. And we saw this from March to August. Because Bitcoin was at 73K. If Bitcoin had dropped in half, it would be down to 37. Bitcoin didn't drop to 37. The lowest it got was 49. Doge hit 22 cents and dropped below 11, which has been half. Came down into the nines, actually. Yes, this green circle right here. That was the gift, right? Buying Dogecoin in the nines. That was the gift. So, where does Dogecoin need to trade up to confirm the bull run is on? Well, we could look at August, just like we did with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, 65,000, right? For Doge, that number is 11.5 cents, right there, 11.5 cents. If Dogecoin can post a higher high than what we had in August, that breaks out of that downward channel that we've been in, or wedge, whatever, that will confirm the breakout. So we're waiting for 11.5 cents. Now, the next month up here is going to be 14 cents. That's where we're going to have to break that 14 cents. That was right after the death cross that we had. That's right, that was the death cross. We need this 50-day moving average to come back up and eclipse the 200-day moving average to get a next golden cross, but that's not going to happen for a while. There's still a weekly thing coming up, but that weekly thing is going to take longer as well because we're still futzing around down here at 10.5, 10.6, 10.7. So those are the levels we're looking at. It's all building up. I've been talking about this for a year. For a year, I've been talking about what is about to happen now. We had a nice October a year ago. We had a nice March. But outside of those 2 months, everyone's still feeling kind of bearish. Particularly for Dogecoin, you want to make sure you're in your Dogecoin trade during those big runs. And Dogecoin's runs, they don't last for months and months and months. No. They're very short. That's when you need to be in the Dogecoin trade. Is when Dogecoin runs, it runs very quickly. I mean, we saw this, right? I mean, look at this. From February 24th up to March 5th. That's 1 week. Dogecoin went from 8 cents, peaked up here at about 20 cents. That's when you needed to be in Dogecoin. If you bought at 20 cents, right, you FOMO'd in, well, look where we are now. Doge will do, what does Kenobi say, right? Doge, like, how optimistic are you, right? When Doge is just trading along, trading down, you're not feeling great about it, that's when Doge will surprise you. And it will run. It's done it before. I'm guessing it's going to do it again. So that's what I've got. Let me check in the chat, see how you guys are doing. and then we can get into Q&A and all of that. But those are my levels. Oh, and also, of course, my September price prediction is still on. We touched it again here yesterday, touched my white line. So that's still in play. From here, of course, I want to outperform where I thought we would be at the end of September. I'd like to see Doge up in the 11s. That would be awesome. But we know how Doge trades, and it's still kind of choppiness. But so far, hey, through 22 days of the month, it's still touching my white line. That's not so bad for a prediction. Some months I get it right up to the last day. So that's where we are. So what's going on? I already talked to Mert. Hi, Vincent. Hi, Niels. Joshua says he's done with the chop. Let's go. I agree. I'm ready. Hey, folks. Out of work early. Beautiful fall day in Boston. Yeah, it's starting to cloud over a bit, it looks like here now, but prefer it was at least in the 70s and not this cold gray 60s, but it's still September. Hey, Ryan, how are you? Jock, hello, hello. Bring on the hopium, Ron. I'm just following patterns. All I'm looking at is I'm looking at the charts and the patterns. And I just showed you what I see. Is that hopium? You know, I don't invest in things for them to go down. So there's always a little hope, right? Thanks, A-Star. It's no secret Dogecoin has been sad these last few months compared to other coins. What price do you feel we should really be at? Well, 11.5 cents right now compared to others, at least there, and then moving up. What's up, Christian? Inspector Crusoe, good to see you as well. Welcome. Toby Maguire is to Spider-Man. As Doge is to crypto. We got a Toby Maguire fan. That was weird, that last Spider-Man movie, seeing all the Spider-Men. That was a little weird. But fun. But fun. October will come and go and the same old thing. Too many coins out there diluting. That's why I've been saying I don't expect the same percentage returns as we saw in 2021, but I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Just don't expect $5 Dogecoin. I mean, don't have that expectation. Oh, Toby, the best Spider-Man. Oh, we're going to have a Spider-Man duel here. How soon till we hit 20 cents? Check out my October 1st video. October 1st. I'll be talking about my October price prediction as well as Q4 update to the end of the year. You thought XRP was a good buy a few years ago. Glad you didn't buy it. I know. I've zoomed out on an XRP chart and I've showed you. If you bought it back in 2017, you're still down. You're still down after all these years. But if you bought Doge in 2017, whew, you're in big profits. And Bitcoin as well, but not XRP. I think Mara is a good, if you've got a stock portfolio and you want to have some stock in Bitcoin mining, Mara is a good place to be. I don't think the Bitcoin miners are going to be as profitable this cycle as they were last. So I don't think you're going to see as big a gains on Mara. This is Marathon, Bitcoin mining stock. But for stock, if you've got a stock portfolio, part of your portfolio, Riot, Mara, CleanSpark, to have a little exposure there. Personally, I have MicroStrategy. I bought MicroStrategy instead of the mining stocks. And my MicroStrategy is doing pretty well. I didn't get in on it early. I just got into it this year. But it's doing good. Can we look at the Jasmy chart? I want to see you smile. I've been watching Jasmy. I've already been smiling. Jasmy's doing a turnaround as well, up to 2.2 cents. This is a nice run that Jasmy has had over the past 24 hours. Again, we zoom out to the 4-hour and we can see Jasmy has been chopping, but it has been chopping in the month of September upwards, as opposed to Doge, which has been sideways. Jasmy has been moving back up. So this looks like a good turnaround from the drops that Jasmy had from back here in July. I mean, this one that we had at the end of July was just crazy. Big, huge drop. And so Jasmy is now turning around from that. Looks like it hit its low back here. Yeah, 4th, 5th September. That's when most of the lows were for cryptos. And Jasmy moving up very well from that. And of course, more in the news about Jasmy. It's all good. All good. Jasmy little pump. Got a nice bag, folks. Yep. Why was Doge misplaced out of the top 10? Nope. Lord Drip, not. Still number 8. Still doing fine, number 8. Every once in a while on CoinGecko, it's different. If you look at CoinGecko, let's take a look. Because they've got some others up there that are in their top. Like they have this Lido staked ETH that they put in here at number 8. And CoinMarketCap doesn't recognize that as its own cryptocurrency. So that's why Dogecoin is number 9 on CoinGecko, because they have this Lido staked ETH thing, which, again, it's not really its own cryptocurrency. It's ETH. It's just another ETH. So, but even here, Doge is number 9. It's not outside of the top 10. Okay. Going to bed every night, waking up, hoping I see a notification on Robinhood that Doge is up 40%. Yeah, you don't have to hope, but it'll surprise you. Like I said, it's going to happen when you least expect it. All of a sudden, you're going to get that notification. Yes. When does the face melting season begin? Again, I'm telling you, it's when you least expect it. That's when it's going to happen. I've told you about gains that I foresee in the next few months. I don't think that's going to be the parabolic. I think that's going to come most likely early 2025. But you never know. You're losing your patience. Well, again, patience is really what makes you end up gaining. If you get impatient and you start moving your coins around, you're buying, you're selling, you're going to miss out. Your chances are you're going to miss out. To the moon. XRP, $2, maybe $4. Enrique, let's see if it make $1 first. I think it's going to have a hard time even making $1. So, buy the dip. Always. Show me the money. It'll be coming, folks. It'll be coming. What's up, Bull Run? What's happening? Matthew thinks maybe by March, April 2025, set yourself a target and enjoy the profits. I'm with you. I'm exactly with you. I'm going to be selling most of my crypto between November, most likely November and March is kind of a window where I'm going to start taking profits. Because I don't know. It could be a shortened bull run, like you say, Matthew. By April 25, that could be it. And from there, we start slowly starting a new bear market. That could happen. And you got to be ready for that. If you just keep holding, thinking that it's going to follow 2017 and you're not going to see the all-time high, new all-time high for this bull market being November, December 2025, you might miss out on what's really the top, which could be March or April. You don't know. And that's when we're going to be talking about layering out, taking profits, different strategies for that. Do you miss out on the biggest gain? Yeah, probably, right? You're going to sell one day and then a month later, the price of that thing that you sold might be a little higher, but it could be lower. So, in bull run also, same thing. Yep, this is what we've been talking about. March, April timeframe is looking like a time where people are thinking we'll be taking some profits. Some selling more than others. I'll always keep some Bitcoin and Doge and Sui. Those are the three I'm going to keep. If there's an extended crypto run, those are the three I'm planning on still having in the game. Dogecoin, Bitcoin, and Sui. That's my bet for the long run, is Sui becoming a top 10 crypto. And I'm going to keep saying that. You have a 1.7 million Doge at an 8.8 cent average. You're in the green, and it's going to get better. It's going to get better. BTC will hit 65K. Puptober is coming. Yep, that's a target. What price does Jasmy need to break to confirm its bull run? Let's see what the Jasmy chart shows. That would be right there, 2.4. 2.4 cents. And Jasmy's getting close to that. 2.4. Jasmy. I'm already way up on my Jasmy, but I haven't sold any yet. I'm waiting for that next move. It's going to be more than 4 cents, I believe. Shreddy asks, is Doge going to hit $1 by March 2025? Well, you tell me. Is Dogecoin going to be incorporated onto X payments? Is Dogecoin going to be accepted as payment for Tesla cars? Big thing like that, then dollar is in the play. But if it's not that, if it's just hopium, memes, because Bitcoin's going up, because other cryptos are going up, Doge will need more than that this cycle to get to $1. It needs the actual utility, the actual thing to happen, in my opinion. It could be fun without it. It could go on a nice run. But it's not going to be $1, I don't think. I least expect face melting right now. Yeah, again, Ryan, it's all kind of, it's going to be tied into its actual use. That's what we're going to see for Doge and the big gains. Is that big news event that's just going to cause the price to spike up, and then people continuing to buy in so it can overcome the shorts. That's what it's got to do. It's got to overcome the shorters. Remember Barry Silbert back in May of 2021, the huge short position he put on Doge? And then all his buddies also shorted Doge, and it got shorted to hell. You got to have more buying to overcome that shorting. Brad asks, I'm not going to hold ETH long term. No, I'm not. My bet is going to be on SUI. I think Solana still will do well. I think Solana already went on its big run from last October through March. And I don't think from here Solana is going to outperform either ETH or SUI. But the discussion about ETH continues to be all the layer 2s, where Solana and SUI, they don't need a layer 2, right? All the settlement happens right on the chain. I think Solana is going to be challenged again during the next bull run that's coming up. And we'll see whether Solana doesn't break down again, the blockchain. It has happened again and again, and I expect it to happen again. SUI has a much better makeup in sort of this horizontal node configuration that they have. You can read about it and look into it. Again, I'm not a technical guru or expert by any means, but if I'm looking for one this cycle and well into the future, SUI is what I'm holding on to. So I will be selling my ETH. A lot of it was bought at like 1,200. I'll be unstaking it and selling it this cycle. I'm not going to wait for the extended bull run, selling everything, keep cash on the side for some future trades. Good strategy. But I'm not selling everything. I'm going to keep some Doge. I'll keep some Bitcoin. I'll keep some SUI. I don't know how much of each yet. We'll see. We'll see how things go in early 2025. But the rest I'm taking profits on this cycle. Doge needs to go over $1. Again, it just depends on what's the adoption. People want utility this time. Tweets and memes just aren't going to get Doge to $1. If it was going to, it would have happened in 2021. It was the perfect time. $0.73 already by right. Well, many still believe that 73-cent price that Doge hit in 2021 was overvalued. And I kind of agree with that. Because again, there's not many people really using Dogecoin. They're trading it, but they're not using it. I want to see Dogecoin actually being used, trading hands as a currency. That's when we're going to see the mass adoption. That's when we're going to see the big runs. And then you'll be waiting for Doge so you can short it. You and Barry Silbert shorting Dogecoin again. You know, if Doge did go on a crazy run like that, would I consider shorting Dogecoin into the bear market? Ooh, that would be tough because, God, I love Doge so much. Can I imagine like wanting the price to go down? Or do I just put my investor cap on and say, yeah, maybe I should short it? make some money on the downside. Ooh. Could it hit 50 cents without utility? Maybe, Roz. Maybe with enough FOMO, with true alt season happening, and you're starting to see 4, 5, up to 10x on some other coins. Yeah, Dogecoin could get back up to that level. Again, especially up at 70 cents, it's going to face a lot of selling pressure, though. A lot of people who are thinking, like I am, about taking some profits. Are there any Magic 8 Ball questions? Denise, thanks. We got the Magic 8 Ball here. Again, yes or no questions. If anyone has Magic 8 Ball question, put it in the chat. Well, when you look at 2016 and 2020, one of the things you have to keep in mind is the market cap is a lot higher now. And what we've been talking about is what we call diminishing returns. So the expectation should be that your percent return you're going to get is going to be smaller and smaller each cycle because of market cap size. So on Bitcoin, for instance, this is my Bitcoin chart, and I go to the logarithmic, right, which is percent based. And this is what we've been looking at, are these this sort of curve where from the start, let me get your chat out of the way. So from your start here, Bitcoin had huge return through the first halving, pretty decent return through the second halving, but less of a percentage through the third halving. And so the fourth halving then would be even less percentage. This is the chart that shows that. So again, if we get to 150 to 200,000 Bitcoin, that's still a good, higher high, great for the cycle, but it won't be as high as a percentage as it was from the second cycle to the third cycle. So this is what I mean. So if you're looking at achieving that same percentage gain in 2021, you shouldn't expect it, because it's such a bigger market cap now. And there's even more Doge in circulation now because of the increasing nature through the mining. So that is what that looks like. All right, let me get this chart back. Let's see where Bitcoin is, 63.4, Doge at 10.7, just hanging out, People are already talking about meme coins on Sui. I bet Sui and meme coins could outperform Solana. I haven't heard about memes on being built on Sui, but I mean, it certainly helped Solana last year, didn't it? Be nice to finally be in one before that happened, right? And Sui could be that chance. That's why I bought in. And I'm up already quite a bit. And I put some into Say as well, just in case Say is one that also takes off. And I'm already up like 50% on that. This is going to be the biggest run ever. Do people understand how much? I don't think this is going to be the biggest run ever. We already had that, right? I mean, Dogecoin went from less than a penny up to 73 cents in like 4 months. Think about that. In 4 months, from less than a penny to 73 cents. That was the biggest run over. Price prediction for SUI. Roz, good question. I have not looked at this yet. I'm just expecting it to go up, but I haven't really thought about like price prediction because it's going to be in new territory, right? It's going to be in new territory. Let's see. The high so far is $2 and did it hit 220? Just about $2.20 was its all-time high. And that was right at the end of March of this year. So, good question. I got to do this the other way. Nope. I've not done this before. Where are we right now? Well, there's the high. What does that look like? 1.61 is at $2.32. But then the 2.6 is at $3.46 and 3.61 is at $4.60. So 460 from $1.53. So that's like a about a 3x from here. But this is all new territory for SUI. Price discovery. So it's trading up to somewhere it's never been before. That's when it gets exciting, right? When it's trading up like that. It's all new. Where Doge, Doge already went to 73 cents last cycle. SUI, it's all new. $4.60. Again, it's a 3x from here. So some people want 10x or more. I don't know. That'd be $15. I'd be more in this sort of $4 range would be my more realistic goal here. And if it 3x's from here, SUI would grow from a 4 billion to 12 billion. At 12 billion, yeah, that actually just puts it in 11th place or 12th place. But that would be if Avalanche didn't even move, but most likely Avalanche would move, SHIB would move. So it wouldn't even be top 10 yet. Again, I don't think it's going to be top 10 yet this cycle, but going forward, I think SUI will eventually get to top 10, which is why it's one I'm going to hold on to. Good question, though. Good question, looking at that. I'll keep that on that chart, just in case. Just in case we want to refer to that again. Because you never know. I watch every one of your videos. You know where Doge came from. Thank you. Please short Doge so we can run you over and laugh. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to be shorting Doge. Cardano was at $3. Cardano's not going back to $3, though. Again, that's another one of those that so many are predicting will be the same as where a lot of these coins were last bull run. And it's just not going to happen. I just don't see it happening. We need a big retailer to accept Doge. Yeah, there's all these rumors floating around, but no one's doing it. So, Yeah, Trevor, I don't believe in all the pattern stuff. Again, I only look at patterns in terms of where liquidity is, the trading of coins from, in terms of where the leverage is being, where the liquidity is, that kind of thing. Once it gets into price discovery, the charts aren't going to tell you. I mean, a lot of TA guys will look at like just what I did at SUI, and look at a fib, $4.60. Sure, why not? But I have no idea. There's nothing that's going to point you to a specific number. You can make the chart say almost anything you want, right? So, yep. Did I draw that Bitcoin chart? I did. That was me drawing on a logarithmic scale, law of diminishing returns. I showed that first on a live stream probably a year ago. I think I drew that. I don't remember how long ago that was, but I've shown that before. But that's my chart. Can Jasmy go to 30 cents? Yes, it can. I'm expecting more like 10 cents right now, but if Jasmy comes out with a total integration, with Sony or something, I mean, just look out. BlackRock also said 2017 Bitcoin was a money laundering scheme, and now it's the best thing. I know, and that's something. You were on Doge when it was 002. I know. I bought first at 02 because I wasn't buying when I saw it was 002. Unfortunately, I was still doing all my stock swing trading stuff. Totally excited about Sui and Say. Nice. Oh, and bull run here, someone other. Pepe is another winner. I got a little Pepe. So I'm ready for Pepe. To make a little money on Pepe too. Sure. And I know, look at this chart, right? Doge would never get to a penny, especially 2016. Doge was doing nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing, just sideways and down, very little volume. Doge was practically dead. It went on a run, and eventually it did hit a penny there in 2017, but then traded right back down. And everyone then said it'll never hit a penny again because it just kept trading down and down and down for years. This is 2 years. Doge traded down. But then we got to late 2020. And after the little TikTok thing happened and failed in July of 2020, then it took off. So it'll happen when you least expect it. Hey, Matt, I read that Robinhood keeps the majority of their crypto on cold storage, which gives an extra layer of protection. Is this true? Yes, it is. It is true. They have their separate crypto wallets where they keep a majority of their crypto. Cold storage. That is correct. Another local crypto investor gave me an actual Dogecoin today. An actual Doge, like one of these? Like one of these little fun ones? Because it's, you can get one of these on Amazon. Dogecoin. Not a real Doge, because Doge is digital, but this is the Dogecoin. Is Bitcoin trying to fake us out? Always. There's always fake outs going on. Always fake outs going on. We got the shorters, we got the leveraged long traders. Right when you think it's ready to go on a bull run, it's a bull trap. They'll drop the price down, take out more leverage positions because people are getting all optimistic, like, okay, this is the one. This is going to take off from here. I'm going to do a 10x leverage trade with $1 million. I'm going to become so rich. And then they drop the price and they hit your liquidation point and you're out like that. Zero. So yes, the fake outs will continue to happen, particularly when there is some bad news out there, something that will get people to think like, the markets may dip. The market makers will make it dip big. They'll take out that leverage. So, haha, you said it got a little pepe. Yeah. Is Doge my favorite crypto? But of course, Ross. Will Doge be my best performing crypto? I don't think so. That's probably going to be Jasmy. Most likely, because I'm already up over 500% on Jasmy. Should have bought more Jasmy, right? But who knew? Who knew a year ago when Jasmy was 0.003? But I bought some. Bull run's already 60x on Pepe. It all depends on when you buy, right? Then it becomes your favorite. I just like Doge because it's playful, it's fun, it's interesting. There's not another cryptocurrency like it. And it has the attention of one Elon Musk. And the only other cryptocurrency that he has even mentioned is Bitcoin. He's not going to use XRP on X. He doesn't follow Sheeb or anything else. So there's always news, there's always stories, there's always things to talk about. That's why I can do daily videos and live streams and all that concentrates on Dogecoin, because there's always something going on. Doge always did what it is supposed to do, be patient. That's it. It does take patience. Jay uses a physical Dogecoin as a putting marker. That's awesome. That's a great idea. If I was a golfer, that would be a great marker. If I ever get into golf, I will do that. I will use this as my marker. Awesome. Can we look at the Jasmy chart? Just looked at it. You might have just joined us, Olav. Jasmy couldn't hold 2.2 right now, back to 2.19. But look on the 4-hour chart. Jasmy has been trading very well since early September here. Where most other cryptos have been going sideways, Jasmy has been trading back up. This is the 2-cent line right here that we had marked here in blue, and Jasmy's moving up higher. We identified 2.4 cents as a key marker to trade above. And that's the next target, is 2.4 cents for Jasmy. Vision Pulse said he would have made around $1 million from Ribbit if he had bought recently, but didn't. Anybody can say that about any of these stupid tokens. What's Ribbit? It's another stupid token. Doesn't matter. If he had actually bought it and made $1 million, that would be something. But the chances are you're going to buy something like that and you're going to lose, because 99% of them you lose on. So do you remember when you were talking about Elon buying his son Dogecoin and how you said he would be so rich of it? Yes, that was February 2021. He bought little X some Doge. We don't know how much. We guessed based on some wallets. We thought there was a certain wallet that could have been the one. I don't remember how much was in it now. I don't remember, but it was a lot. I think he ended up with like 6.9 million Doge, if I remember. It was a number. It manipulated into a number like that, if I remember. So now I want to go golfing. Do you have your putting marker? Do you have it? You got to have one, right? Uncle Elon going to have a lot of Cybertruck drivers. What's the best exchange? Depends on where you live. 3V4179. Depends on where you live. If you're in the United States, Coinbase is the best, I believe, in the United States for actual trading, because it has the most liquidity in the US markets. So your bid and ask spread is going to be minimal on most coins. So yeah, USA. Yeah. So Coinbase. Again, I've got a link in the description below if you want to open a Coinbase account and you get a free spin of the Bitcoin wheel. I think they're doing the spin of the wheel and you get a little extra free Bitcoin. Could be up to like $10 worth, could be more depending on your spin. But you can check that out. Robinhood is the easiest to open an account with, but they're very limited in the number of cryptocurrencies that they offer. They say they have free trading, but they have a wide spread between the bid and the ask. And so you don't always get the price you want. And I've talked many times about the difference in buying crypto between Robinhood and Coinbase in the past. So, well, Coinbase just restricted your account. Well, I can't help you with that. Large balance transfer in the US. How many different coins do you have? 3V. I mean, you can transfer to Binance US. You just can't cash out at Binance US. You can, when you sell to Tether, and then you have to move that Tether somewhere else. So, like you can move it to Kraken or something and then cash out of there, but you got to be careful. So, yeah, I don't know how you get a restricted account on Coinbase, but in the US, there's not a lot of great choices that are considered safe. So that's the challenge. On this house on the South Shore. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're probably just going to end up with a main house somewhere. And then we're just going to do Airbnbs when we travel. I think that's our plan. And we'll just do Airbnbs without actually buying a second home. Don't want to get tied down, right? Go in the same place every time. Want to do more traveling, go different places. That's what we're thinking about now. Did I get the confirmation? Not yet. The confirmation is going to be 11.5. We need Doge to trade up over 11.5 cents. So we get a higher high. for the next. That's what we're waiting for. Higher highs. And I'm not seeing that right now. If Bitcoin keeps pumping, we're all rich. Because you know what? If Bitcoin keeps pumping, most every other crypto except XRP is going to pump as well. Sorry, all you XRP holders. Just can't help myself. But yes, we'll all be rich. Right. Ask any of those guys, how much did they lose on those meme tokens before they ever made big money? I bet they lost more than they made. That's the typical gambler, question too, right? People who gamble in Las Vegas say, "Oh, I won it big. I won $20,000, on blackjack." Okay, great. How about the last time you were in Vegas? You probably lost. And the time before that, you probably lost. So you only talk about what you win. But a guy like Vigipulse saying, "Oh, if I would have bought SHIB before its big 2021 run, I would have made $1 million." I mean, anybody could say that about anything. If I would have bought Doge at, 0.002 and then sold in May of 2021 at 73 cents, I'd be $1 million. Anybody can say that. That's dumb. Yeah, I don't follow people like that. All Doge YouTubers need to start picking it up. It's time to get the community more involved. I do my part here. I certainly do. And I have my X account here where I'm at Kriss Pax and I'm talking about Dogecoin. Keep the conversation go. Have fun memes. This is mine from the other day. Hi, do you want to pay for that with Dogecoin? So, yep, I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. Coinbase flagged your account because you got a new phone. Yep. Well, better to be safe, right? Ryan, better to be safe. So prices are different on different exchanges. Usually you won't see something between 10.6 cents and 11 cents at the same time. The gap should be closer, but each exchange trades separately. It's not like the stock market where there's one exchange, right? Like Tesla trading on the stock market, it'll be one price. No matter which avenue you buy it through, that's the one price. Crypto doesn't work that way. Each exchange has its own price. Typically, because of arbitrage and people moving from exchange to exchange because they see a big price difference like that, they'll quickly move their coins over from a 10.6 cent exchange to an 11 cent exchange and then sell at 11. That tends to get all the prices to come back in line if they ever get out of whack between exchanges. That's what happens. That's how Sam Bankman-Fried first made a ton of money with well, not really FTX, right? Alameda, and before that, when he was at Jane Street, was doing arbitrage trading. And they were doing it between like Korean exchanges and other countries' exchanges because they'd see price differences, move a ton of coins over and sell them at a higher price. And then they'd go back and buy in at a lower price somewhere else. That's what keeps all the crypto exchanges generally in the same range of prices. You're moving to Puerto Vallarta when Doge hits $1. Good luck with that. I was doing a ton last cycle. We had a community live stream where we raised money for dog adoptions. That was a big one, and that was all going to be paid in Dogecoin. Done a few things like that. Not quite ready yet. It's building though. A MEXC account, I don't know. Again, it's not US regulated. I personally am not putting any money on MEXC. I would trust like crypto.com before I would trust MEXC. So crypto.com might be one to look at. They never got back to me on doing the affiliate account. Crypto.com. Still waiting for that. XRP equals RIP. I know. If Bitcoin keeps on counting, we're all rich. Sure. Elon runs 6 multi-billion companies. He's got an interest in Doge. There is that. Yeah, and another thing about Vision Pulse saying that is it makes it seem like it's so easy, but it isn't. I mean, why didn't he actually buy that stupid token and make $1 million, as opposed to saying later, I could have bought it and become a millionaire? Dumb. It's dumb. I need to make another email account. Whenever I try to make an existing account, it says my email address has already been used. Yeah. I have multiple email accounts just for different things. It's just how you got to operate. Why is Kevin predicting 90 cents for Doge without taking utility? He's just doing charting. That's all, Roz. Again, I don't do charting like that. I'm really looking for, again, where are the levels, where the trading is, where's the liquidity. I mean, the charting and TA analysis tells a good story, but that doesn't mean that that's actually what's going to happen. There's no way to forecast it accurately. I could have bought Bitcoin in 2013. Yeah. I could have bought a crap ton of Bitcoin 2013, 2014. Wasn't even on my radar screen. But if I had, I'd be a millionaire. Anybody can say that. And there's a lot of very silent millionaires out there, multimillionaires, that bought Bitcoin back then. And they're just keeping it on the lowdown, right? Keeping it quiet, enjoying life. Buying is only half the story. Most people sell before the real life-changing profits come. That's true, Ryan, and we all will do that. Again, that will happen. I mean, I messed up taking my Solana profits too early last year. I admit it. And then Solana had another blockchain stoppage, and it still kept trading up. That's how crazy that Solana run was. It's like, God, they got problems. Their blockchain, they got to stop it, or it stops on its own and it takes hours to get it restarted. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Vision Pulse said he bought another coin instead and made some money. He focuses on Doge, but if he's talking about these other tokens, I'm not interested. Again, my Not financial advice. If you want to go buy one of those, low market cap meme tokens, created on, well, it could be on Solana, right? You buy it through Jupiter, through a swap or something, or Uniswap, or, a BSC token. It's like out of every 100 of them made, only one of them actually sees a decent gain. And the other 99 are all going to fail. So the chances are against you. Big time. The chances are against you. So I like to look at when the price reaches a certain market cap before I'm going to buy into something like that. Do I regret that I sold the Sol? Well, sure, I would have made more money if I had kept the Solana. But from here over the next 5 months, I think we're going to see SUI outperform Solana. So, in other coins as well. We'll see whether does Cardano outperform Solana from here over the next 5 months? Possibly. We'll watch that. But Solana's, it's got big backing now, and who knows? But yeah, I think it was the right move to take the profit on Solana and roll it into Cardano and others, but I did it too soon. But it's probably the right move. Doge liquidation chart. Yeah, let's take a look. Liquidation. See where the Doge liquidation maps are, huh? Here again, here's the big one on Bitcoin, 65K. Look at that big yellow line right there at 65K. Wow. Why aren't they like pumping the price up to take that out? Huge short positions with 65K liquidation. That's pretty major. That's when we could see a short squeeze happen. Bitcoin gets up over 65K, takes these shorts out, and then starts running. That would be great. Let's go to symbol and let's see what Doge's is, since you asked. 11.1 cents is a big one. Not quite as bright yellow as Bitcoins, but still pretty decent. But there's some smaller ones, like at 10.9 down to 10 point, in the 10.9s. But yeah, 11 cents is huge. That's what the heat map looks like for Dogecoin. Huge, just over 11 cents. So Doge trades up over 11. Look out. Look out. Casually picked up another 50,000 Doge. I think you'll be happy with that. I think you'll be happy. Yeah, I get it, Roz, but still, he shouldn't even be talking about it because he's only going to make people do dumb things by saying that. But that's great. He supports Doge and Jasmy. I've seen some of his videos, but yeah, he does go into the token world every once in a while. That liquidation at 65K is coming soon. Yep, I agree. Everyone thinks it's going to be a short squeeze at some point and it will rip faces off. And again, it's like I said, It's when you least expect it. That's when it's going to happen. Otherwise, we're just going to continue trading in these zones and chopping up and down. And you're going to get these, liquidations happening. Whoops. Sorry. You're going to get these liquidations happening up and down, up and down, up and down. Here's the small ones. They saw someone on SUI was shorting SUI and they just lost $1,600. Shorting SUI. Here's someone shorting SAY, $1,400. And Celestia, a lot of Celestias. People shorting Celestia. But I usually go up to 100K because I want to see where the big money is. ETH, $118,000 on a short, just got liquidated. So that's where the chop is. It's all in that. So we're waiting for the big run to come. That's what we're waiting for. Yeah, that's about the range I would see, Roz. Again, FOMO could get it higher over 50 cents. But if it doesn't look like there's going to be any like X payments integration for Doge by March, I'll be looking to take profits on Doge. And if and when that X integration actually happens, I'll still have some Doge, but I won't have as much as I have now. Bears are going to get wrecked. And it's amazing how many bears are still out there, despite what all of the, I mean, I guess they don't believe in history repeating in the 4-year cycles. Fine. You're taking a big risk, though. Raul isn't pumping SUI. He's on the SUI board, so he has to be careful. But he's been talking about it, and he's been talking about what SUI does. But he is a board member, so he has to be careful not to pump it. He also owns Doge for the same reason most of us own Doge too. And he said it. Elon's probably going to do something. So best to have some Doge in your wallet. Best to have some Doge because he's probably going to do something. And yes, Raul Paul said that too. He's still like 90% Solana though, is what he owns. He's still a Solana maxi. I just am not that confident in Solana. But otherwise, I wouldn't have taken my profits on Solana when I did last fall. I would have just kept it because I had a good chunk of it. But you know, bull run. You did not have to do that. But thank you so much for the super sticker. Appreciate it very much. And thank you, Roz, as well. Well, we're having fun. I'm trying to keep things real here. That's what I try to do. Yep, SUI, Solana. But he's talked about Doge too. He mentions it every now and then. I think he still has some ETH and Bitcoin. But I think that's about it. I don't think he talks about anything else. He's pumping his Real Vision course, though, and his platform. It's all about Real Vision, which is great if you want to follow him. And he's more of a trader, though. But he talks about things that he holds longer term, too. To the moon. To the moon. You bought another 35,000 Doge, adding Accumulating, adding to your stack. Nice. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about Elon like that. Harris, sorry. He has fun with things, that's all. Elon isn't serious about anything except free speech. That he's serious about. But everything else, dogs and memes, jokes. With Bull Run, it's all of those Pepe profits. Bull Run bought Pepe early. And told me to buy some, and I didn't. I eventually did, but not at the price that Bull Run bought. Solana's probably going to run hard too. Probably. But I think because of the run it already went on from last October through March, that it probably isn't going to gain as much percentage as others. That's my bet. We'll see how that plays out. What means this lightning sign on volatility? I don't know what you're talking about. Volatility line. Yeah, I don't know. SpaceX is serious business to him too. Yes. But he still has fun with it where he can. But yes, getting to space is a serious business. And he realizes that. But he can still have fun too. Pepe still has a 20x in it. It could. Dogecoin 10x from here is $1. I don't know if Pepe is going to go 20x, though. Even 10x gets it to new all-time high. But again, what's Sheeb going to do? Is Sheeb going to go on a big run? I'm still thinking it will. Be interesting to see what happens with ETH. A lot of negative stuff. Yeah, the foundation has been selling. That's keeping the ETH price suppressed, but there's still a lot of ETH holders who believe in ETH going forward. It's still the biggest smart contract platform by far. So on my chart screen at the bottom, there's a lightning. Oh, this little thing there. Those are updates. That's on a trading view. You just click that and you get any news updates. That's what that means. That comes on like once a day, that little thing. That's what it is. Just news updates. Okay. Do I watch Jordan Peterson content? I've watched some. With Jordan Peterson, in my opinion, it takes him too long to get to his point. And I don't know. I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. There's some other things that I don't agree with him on. And he makes too many cross references to things that I don't think are as important. But he does his thing. I get it. I've been saying I won't buy any more Doge, and now yeah. And before you know it, you're buying more Dogecoin, right? Before you know it. All right, gang. That's what I've got for today. Hey, I've shown you price points. I've shown you where I think Doge is headed. I'll be following up again. More videos this week. Be live again Wednesday, 4 o'clock. Join in again on the next Kriss Packs live stream. I hope you all are doing well. See you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.